the Wraith is stolen. I said, 100% understood. Got off the phone and I'm just like, so how's it driving? I worked at Motor Cars of Georgia, Motor Cars of Atlanta, which is an authorized Rolls Royce dealer, and sold many Rolls over the course of the 4 years that I worked there. And naturally, when I went to go work for an independent store shortly after, I took a lot of that business with me. This is the story of the infamous Travis Barker's stolen Rolls Royce black badge. Supposedly, this car was originally ordered by him. I acquired it after leaving Motor Cars at the small independent boutique store that I worked for a time. And beautiful car. It was diamond black exterior with tailored purple interior. Just an amazing specification. And of course, with black badge, you get a little bump in power. There's the wheels have the carbon fiber barrels on them. It looks really, really nice. It even comes with a little sports exhaust. So if you look through the tailpipes of a black badge, you'll actually see 3 individual pipes. And when you press on the stalk, I believe I can't remember the exact name, but it's the little button right there. It's kind of Rolls Royce's sport mode. You'll hear a little bit more of what they call a baritone sound, but pretty cool car. So I was contacted by this customer that had a huge collection. And in his fleet, he had 3 Rolls Royces, one of which was a 2014 Rolls Royce Wraith. I believe he had a early generation Phantom and a Dawn as well. And we ended up having a Rolls Royce Phantom Coupe drop head in, I want to say, ensign red. Had the nice brushed stainless hood. Pretty wild configuration. Loaded MSRP is probably $550,000 new. And even had the Vogue, or I guess what they call the Zenith tires on it. We also had this ex-Travis Barker Rolls Royce Wraith. So he traded in this 2014 Wraith that he had, kind of a burgundy color, and actually bought both of these cars. And it was the point where the truck driver had showed up to deliver the cars to his residence, where I actually had another client come in looking at a 2018 Porsche 911 Turbo S cab. Night blue metallic over, I believe, espresso cognac. Beautiful car. And I didn't have time. What I normally would do is go out to the truck, take photos or videos of the cars getting loaded up, send them to the client, say, hey, here's your baby getting loaded up, etc. But we did have some other staff at the time that greeted the truck drivers. There was actually 2 of them, and said, hey, do you need any help? No, we got it. No big deal. They signed the bill of lading, which of course at that point in time releases all liability from the dealer and puts it on the transportation company. Meanwhile, I'm out on a test drive and things are going great, and my phone is just ringing in my pocket. And finally I go to answer it, and it was the owner of my dealership going, Grant, the black badge is stolen. And the customer's driving the car next to me, and I said, hey, can you excuse me, let me take this call. And I'm over there and I'm going, okay, yes, sir, absolutely, trying to keep my composure. And he's coming back at me. No, Grant, the Wraith is stolen. I said, 100% understood. And so got off the phone and I'm just like, so how's it driving? And everything is great. And got back to the store, cops are there, and this customer's ready to buy this Porsche 911 Turbo S cab. So while I'm doing the paperwork, my owner's speaking with the cops about the situation, and he goes, hey, what's going on? And I go, I think one of the cars got missing. He goes, stolen? I said, possibly. He ended up being a happy customer and drove off in his 911 Turbo S. But all the while, what we had found out was there was this Mercedes CLA that was sort of canvassing the area. And at this time, and I think still today, Buckhead has had a huge surge in automotive-related thefts. They just waited for the right opportunity. And here are these 2 guys with this reputable transportation company. They're loading up both of these cars. And I guess in the moment where they both had their backs turned, the white Mercedes CLA pulls up. One guy hops out, gets in the black badge Wraith. Keys are in it, car's running behind the truck, and just simply drives off. And still to this day, we don't know where the car is. It's probably shipped overseas or in a chop shop or somewhere, but it never reappeared. At the end of the day, the customer was pretty upset about the matter, but we did the right thing and refunded his money back. And after we did that, he goes, hey, you handled that with grace. I still want a black badge. And months later, we ended up finding him an even nicer, I believe it was a 455 MSRP black badge that he now owns today. And then, of course, the transportation company, after months and months of going back and forth, ended up paying out a little bit less than what my owner had the car for, but at the end of the day, everybody was happy. The trucking company did not immediately accept liability. That discussion was not by me, but with my owner and the transportation company, and it was very intense back and forth. There was all kinds of legal threats, I guess you could say, and the attempt to tarnish one's business over this thing, because I get it. At the end of the day, my owner was out $350,000. And that's not a really good position to be in. You have to make the customer happy, but you also expect the company that assumes liability at the point of signing off on the bill of lading to do what they're supposed to do. But of course, large companies, they've got huge legal teams. They can take a while, and essentially just that process had to play out.